Welcome to Meet Me Outside with Kunal C. Aurora. Here we are. Okay, so people don't know Dennis is, Jesus, one of my oldest friends in comedy.
Hey.
Yeah, one of my best friends. Oh,
Take it easy.
Yeah, okay.
Don't lay it on too thick now.
All right, and yeah, I want to do it this way. I like it this way.
It's nice to sit and be lit well.
Yes.
And
talk with a friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Of course, buddy. You're the fucking. I realized something. It's missing something, and I think it's you.
You think it's me?
I think it's you. I don't know.
Give it to the end of this episode.
We'll
it wasn't him. Missing something else. It wasn't salt. I think I need pepper.
I go to Dean and I'm like, it's not him.
It's not him. Yeah. Once the door closes, you just gotta delete that one.
It's kind of like when Morpheus is looking for the one.
They never talk about that. Like how many people died at Morpheus's hand while he was trying to find the one.
Yeah, right. There's just a guy at the bottom of a building.
Yeah, like how many people were like maneuvering on the side of their skyscraper office job and just fell to their death, and Morpheus like, I guess it wasn't Alicia.
Yeah. Every suicide off a financial building wasn't business related. The stock market crash of 2008 had nothing to do.
No.
Yeah, it was just Morpheus.
Just Morpheus.
That's amazing.
He's the biggest terrorist.
Yeah.
Really, when you think
Buddy,
about
that's
it.
an amazing take if you, like, as a concept, you know?
All those movies, all those people.
Yeah, all those people.
Well, you know what that would make him essentially? That would make him Mr. Glass at the end of Unbreakable.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah. Dude, I would replay the end of that scene because it's so amazing when you find out that he was doing hotel fires. He was derailing trains.
This is like the golden age of Shyamalan. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
People
yeah.
say he's fallen off. I thought Old was pretty good.
Right.
But it's still, he's got a little kooky, but that movie is like as dark and like serious as it gets.
Yes. Old, I saw Old, I liked it too.
I liked Old.
Yeah, it was not bad. It's a good movie.
Yeah, Mr. Glass, Morpheus, I'm gonna fuck this up real bad. Ozymandias from Watchmen, remember? He's the guy behind the squid.
Buddy, the fact that you got the director's name right is better than what I know.
I was gonna say, is it Lurer? All right, that was an off mic joke. But
Yeah.
I'm an idiot who doesn't know how to pronounce words. That's
It's
pretty
fine.
much
It's
what it
totally
comes
okay.
down to.
All right, so I was I don't know. I gotta ask you this. I was at a party. It was at my buddy's birthday party, and they have his 40th birthday.
Okay,
big one, right? I show up and I bring Dina and
married.
He's married,
Okay.
2 kids. Haven't met his wife yet. Haven't met his kids. Actually, you met him,
Who is he?
Bobby in D.C.
What up, Bobby?
Yeah,
He's a corporate bro. Morpheus almost got to him.
Yeah. He doesn't talk about that year.
Yeah. He's like, I've done some crazy shit, but
You know what's funny? I just imagine another guy like in a subway tunnel trying to dodge bullets. And he just gets hit. He's just bleeding profusely. And Morpheus is just swiping into a. Guess he's not the one.
he still does all the moves,
Yeah.
but then like the camera pans back and he's just riddled with bullets. He's like, it didn't work out.
Yeah, he's like going to limbo competitions to find these people.
Well, that's really what it was. Like, who's the one? It's not someone who can like break reality and like really see the codes of what's going on in his life. It's like, is this really limber?
Yeah,
Just flexible? You know
I
what I
need
mean?
a limber guy. That's all it really is. Yeah, and I'm at his party, right? And it's, man, I make like a lot of social errors.
I know this very well.
Yeah. So I make constant blunders,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking to this guy. Like I've never met his wife. All right.
How long has he been married? Okay, so he wasn't married when we met him in DC
No,
that time.
he wasn't married yet.
Wow, so he's got married and 2 kids
Married
in like
and 2 kids.
5 years or so. 6
That
years,
was like,
that.
4 years, 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and his wife's great, and she's holding the baby.
Uh-huh.
And, he's got a newborn baby, and he had ice cream cake for his birthday.
That's a bad sign. That's a red flag.
How so?
Ice cream cake for a 40th birthday party?
That's incredible.
Was it like a gourmet ice cream
Yes.
cake? Maybe ice cream cake has come a long way from Carvel that I'm not aware of.
This is not. If this was Carvel, I was fooled. But it was delicious.
Break down the ice cream cake for me. What's it look like?
Vanilla. First of all, the top section is gorgeous. It looked pretty. Like, it was well done.
Uh-huh.
Not Fudgy the Whale.
I was going to say, is
No,
it
it's not
Cookie
Fudgy.
Puss?
No. And then,
You're like, you don't understand. It was like a face.
No.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it's his face, but stretched.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Watching your face melt away as the night goes on your
Jesus
40th
Christ.
birthday. Just watching immortality.
Oh, grim. But the top vanilla. Then the crunchies were like not like your normal crunchies.
This is sounding like a
I
Carvel
know
ice
it
cream
is.
cake.
I know it is. And then the bottom was like a mint, but it mixed well with. I know you don't like mint ice cream.
I don't do mint ice cream.
I know you don't. But I'm telling you right now, this was some stellar ice cream cake.
Okay.
But this is where I come into play.
You microwave the birthday
No,
ice cream.
no. So I'm talking to his wife, right? She's holding this baby, and this guy's coming around handing out slices of ice cream cake, right? So he comes out, and it's her, me, and Dina. And the guy, he has one slice to hand out.
Now, a gentleman in this situation,
Yeah.
pretty obvious move here.
What would be the obvious move?
What's the real gentleman move?
Yeah, what's the real
It's you, Dina, and this lady with the baby, right?
Yes, yeah.
Why don't you let me hold the baby and why don't you enjoy a slice of ice cream cake? You know, it's your night too.
She planned the party.
Yeah, she's been busy all day running
And it was
around.
a surprise party, too.
Oh
that she
God, this woman's been under so much stress.
And she reached out to me personally.
To be there.
Yes.
And now you're there, and you're about to take like the last piece of ice cream
It
cake.
wasn't the last piece, thank God. It wasn't the last piece. So I take the ice cream cake and I'm eating it.
Did you offer it to anybody?
No!
Not, you didn't like say, does anyone, you guys want ice cream? Nobody
No.
wants ice cream? Alright, I'll take it then.
I didn't offer it to her.
Not to Dina.
Dina brought that up in the car. She's like, not only did you not offer it to her, you didn't even offer it to me.
She's like, you know, mint chip is my favorite
Right,
flavor.
right.
You just there going, this is the best mint chip I've ever had in my life.
I'm gonna be honest, I was thinking that.
You're really missing out. You
Yeah.
should have gotten a slice of ice cream.
It was it was delicious. So I'm eating this cake. So this is what happens. They give me the slice of cake, and then Dina brought this up, and she goes, "Not only did you not offer it to either one of us, you didn't even wait till we got a slice also."
That's true too.
I just started eating.
That is the polite thing to do,
Yes.
but I think that's way less of a.
I think the only exception is ice cream.
You gotta. That's a good point. That's an excellent point.
Stellar counterpoint.
Nobody wants ice cream soup.
Yes. And the plates were like they weren't like meant to hold if it became soupy.
I mean, that's a lot to explain in that situation. Where it's like, now you're criticizing the plates that you picked for the party. You're like,
So I'm eating there. You realize why I gotta eat this
Yeah.
so fast, right? Yeah, right?
you gotta offer. You don't wait. I don't think you need to wait. But
Sure.
the fact that you just dove right in is
I know.
hilarious.
I know.
Or just been like passed.
Yeah.
I'll get one later.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, did you get any vibes off of his wife that was a little rude, or
No.
did you not even realize you made a mistake until you got in the car and Dina has to hit you with reality?
We're halfway down the highway when Dina tells me how much of
It's just been quiet for 45 minutes, and then it's like, you never even offered me a slice.
No. We were talking, but then she
Yeah.
goes, when the ice cream cake came out.
And when she said this, what did you say? What was your? Did you get defensive?
No, I didn't.
Did you laugh? Were you immediately just like?
I was like, not only did I make one error, I made two.
You pull out a slice that you took in the car.
I take it out of my jacket.
You got two. You still don't offer one to Dina.
I'm eating the slice anyway. That's such a piece of shit move. So she was nervous because it's like, this is no masks. We're indoors.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Still the era of that.
Right.
I was gonna say when I got in here, your building's going a little hard, and I'm a mask guy.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You got a huge sticker in the elevator. It's like wear a mask in this building.
You think anybody follows that?
No, I know this building is filled with trash. and Dina, she gets a pass.
Right.
And Bruce.
And Bruce, yeah. So Dina and Bruce get a pass, but I belong here.
You put up the sticker, but you still don't wear the mask. You want everyone else to obey the rules, be like it doesn't
The
apply.
next
to me.
day I'm carving into the sticker. So so it was cold, you know what I mean? Like it's like no masks.
Yeah.
We were in there and nobody was wearing a mask.
You're ready for that though, right?
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
She was a little nervous.
Dina was a little nervous.
And I was okay with it. That's fine. To me, the kids running around.
I get the anxiety now though, where it's
I
like
do
if
as well.
I'm all right. So I did 2 shows this past weekend that were pretty much sold out.
Okay.
And I haven't had one of those in a while where it's
Sure.
like no restrictions. Everyone's in there jam packed, and I'm on stage and I'm having a good set. I'm having fun. But in the back of my head, I'm still thinking. I'm like, I wouldn't want to be sitting in this crowd.
Yes.
I wouldn't I'm fine being up here above you guys.
Right.
And then oh god, I had the moment. Let me ask you a question because this happens to all comedians.
Right.
You ever have a little spittle fly out?
Oh yeah.
Mint joke catches the light, little twinkle.
Yes.
Everyone notices it, but like
now,
you can't say anything. But like now, it's like
now it's very evident.
yes.
When the spittle comes out,
Uh-huh.
I was talking to somebody the other day and I spit and it hit their lip.
You noticed it hit their lip.
And they did one of these.
Oh!
They wiped their lip. They wiped their lip, and I was like, and I wanted to say sorry, But then I was like,
You just honestly at that point you go home, you call it a day.
Yeah,
you're done participating in society.
I left shortly after.
Yeah, what do you do? I've had people spittle on me, and like I immediately I wipe it away.
Yeah.
And I'll say something. Say it, don't spray it.
I
believe the old.
I lean in with my ears, so they don't really like an old deaf man. I go, what? What's that?
You missed the spot behind my left ear.
Yeah.
Give me a little spittle back there.
Spit in my ear. So this is the thing that I was seeing is that a lot of people who talk about COVID, the people that are they're like, oh, you shouldn't have to wear a mask and all that bullshit. Like, they're not anti-vaxxers, but they're this weird medium of people that I see, where they're just talking about how, working out is the most important thing. That's what you got to do. I was talking to a mutual friend of ours, and she was saying, and we were talking about like how working out, like I haven't gotten it yet, right? And like that's what's important, and nobody talks about working out.
I mean, plenty of people talk about working out.
Yes, but not on major news networks.
I think Joe Rogan has been pretty vocal, but then again, he wants us all to die now.
Yeah, of course. Besides him.
Yeah.
I'm saying that a lot of places, like you won't see CNN going, you got to get fit, you got to get active.
I would also argue, with a resounding, like if someone came out and was like, did you know that working out helps prevent COVID? I'd be like, duh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, by the way, being healthy prevents sickness. You don't say. Like, oh, does food prevent hunger?
This is the point that I was trying to make. That my friend, our friend was like, oh, well, the major news networks haven't covered. I go, you think anybody watching TV wants to be told to work out?
Yeah.
You're watching TV.
Yeah.
You're already at the place of not working out.
And anyone who's like at the gym on the treadmill with a TV, they're walking. They're not running.
Yeah, and also, you think I'm gonna watch TV on that tiny TV when I got a big ass TV at home? I don't want to be lectured on what I'm doing.
I don't even want to watch a movie on my laptop.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll wait till I get home.
Right.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And it is one of those things too where I hate when people just say like, well, the major media outlets. It's like, oh really? Have you been patrolling the 5 major media outlets 24/7 for months to notice how much they're? It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know. Nobody knows what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Nobody knows what they're talking about.
Right.
And the people who don't know what they're talking about like to talk the most. You know what I hate in this COVID era of people who like to just rail against something because they don't want to be told what to do?
Yeah.
I see a lot of this in the suburbs. I spent some time in the suburbs.
Yeah, I've heard.
You see these fucking signs and these people, they go, unmask our kids. Who are these weirdos who are like, unmask our kids?
Listen, anybody who makes a sign, creep.
Yes. Any sign, I don't care what side you're on.
The last good sign was stop.
And they should have stopped there.
And that should have been. I'll figure it out. Yield not necessary.
Yield I don't like.
Yeah, yield I don't
Railroad
like.
crossing is like, we know.
Bridge may be slippery because of ice or whatever the hell it is.
That I actually kind of appreciate because I always forget.
I don't need it.
Have you ever had to be like, oh man, it's just cold enough for the bridge to ice over, but not the rest of it. I better be careful.
I went to like a family trip. We drove to Niagara Falls. Yeah. And my uncle he'd just come from India, and he was like learning English.
They don't have waterfalls in India?
No, I'm sure they do. They don't have water. No. So he's reading the signs, and we're driving to Buffalo at the Niagara Falls area, and he's every sign. He just kept saying, "Bridge may be icy."
Wait, no matter what the sign said?
No.
He'd reply with,
no.
Oh yeah? Well, the bridge may be icy.
No. I meant like every time it came up, he would say, "Bridge may be icy."
Because it's like such a crazy thought to him.
Yeah.
Bridge may be icy. But it's also like, bridge may not be icy. He's getting philosophical about it?
He wasn't philosophical. He was just practicing English.
Yeah, at the end of the day. But what he was really doing was driving a murderous wedge between you and your family. Shut up! Stop saying that!
Absolutely. Every time I see that sign, I'm vexed, is what that is.
That one, falling rocks. I mean, it's happy to say, but it's like, we get it. Falling rocks.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah, the whole working out and being healthy prevents COVID. It's like, being healthy prevents all diseases.
Of course.
Or at least it's a good...
nobody wants to be lectured, man.
Nobody wants to be told what to do, even if it's for their best interest.
Yeah, stop being a piece of shit.
Like, Fauci might be... Years might go by and we might be like, oh, Fauci was a jerk, but he's still a doctor.
Yeah.
And he should know what he's talking about.
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you right now, nobody disrespecting this guy face to face.
Dude, right?
Yeah, nobody's...
And he's a little dude. He's not like... It's not a physical thing. It's like, in front of a doctor, they got that confidence of like, I spent 8 years in school.
8 years in school. Yeah. Watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah, you got nothing to say.
You better come correct when you're talking to me.
I got orderlies, bro.
Yeah.
I got people under me.
My orderlies got orderlies. Yeah.
Fauci got his dream come true too. Well, he wanted Brad Pitt to play him in the movie, but it was really like Leo DiCaprio. And Don't Look Up, right?
In the movie Up, yeah, or whatever it is.
Did you watch that?
I didn't see it.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
You can watch it.
You do a movie podcast.
I know, I'm bringing my podcast on your podcast.
You brought up movies twice now in this hour, and I gotta tell you right now, I'm calling you out on it. The first time was a gimme, the second time's enough.
You know
no,
what?
No, I want to tell
Slap on the wrist, I deserve it.
It's fine. What's the name of the podcast? I've done it a bunch of times.
Yeah, check out my podcast, Netflix Book Club. And we're coming back slowly but surely, and every week. Oh! Alright, so I've been doing this podcast on and off for a long time, just like how you're supposed to do a podcast. Sure. Very infrequently and with no schedule or promotion.
Very erratic. Don't know people getting very confused.
I just looked at myself.
You were covered in fur. I didn't want to say anything to you, but you were literally drenched in fur.
I'm allergic to dogs, but I love dogs. I especially love Bruce. But I have legit used my hand as one of those combs that just... Yes. Did you do this on purpose?
No.
Were you shaking it before I got here?
I wasn't going to say anything until you noticed.
I mean, at this point, I'm not going to stop.
It's fine. Yeah.
Keep going. So we watch a movie every week that's streaming on Netflix. Then we talk about it. We have comics on, and it's a good time. But that podcast name, Netflix Book Club, we came up with that. I came up with that in Bushwick, 8 years ago? Something like that? 7, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
And then there was someone in the comedy community who maybe tried to do
You're
it.
Still upset about this, huh?
Oh, I'll hold grudges forever. But that's not my point.
So bad.
I'm not here to bring that up.
Yeah.
I'm really not. What I am
the
going
first thing I'm going to do is talk about my podcast. I'm going to tell you who I vexed. You know who you sound like, buddy?
Here's my list to do to those who it may concern. Who has wronged me?
There's a comedy club owner we both have been banned from, and
I haven't been banned. He stopped working.
Whatever, you're banned. And I like how you want to make a distinguish.
You don't want to play there someday? You know what I mean?
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
So basically, Dennis and I have been banned from this comedy club, and if you go to his website, Dennis had told me this, that he has a list of people that he airs out grievances on the website.
If you go to the About page on the website, it's like blah 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 is a comedy club in this part of New Jersey, and we're open 3 nights a week, and we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
And then it just goes into to all you pieces of shit who said it couldn't be done. I'm like, whoa.
The thing is, he redid the website, and at one point you're like, I guess he redid the website. He must have gotten rid of it.
Yeah.
No.
He just added to it. He gave it its own page.
Right. And it's just constantly him going, to the nurse at Mount Sinai.
When you checked me in, you rolled your eyes when I asked you.
You told me I had cancer. You have cancer. It's ridiculous behavior.
You said my insurance company would not be provided.
So, I want to ask you this. This is the thing I've been asking other people this question. I want you to, I'm going to give you 4 methods of attack. Okay? And you got to tell me which is from most disrespectful to least disrespectful.
Okay.
Or AKA respectful. Okay.
Are you going to use this information to utilize? Like you have your own revenge to do to somebody?
No.
Okay.
I just want to see where your head's at.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm curious. Okay. So we're going slapping, punching, spitting, sucker punching. So slapping, spitting, punching, sucker punching. What do you think is the most disrespectful to the most respectful?
It's pretty easy.
Okay.
The answer to this is pretty easy, but I need a little clarification.
Sure.
Sucker punch.
Yeah.
Is this face to face?
What do you mean? Like,
am I looking at you and then we're talking and then I kind of look away and just swing on you? Like what? Or do you mean
what's the alternative here?
Come running up behind you and hit you over the head with a chair or something?
No chair, straight punch.
No chair, but a straight, but like a punch. Like, are we having a confrontation? Or am I coming from completely left field and just socking you?
It's not like.
And in my head, it's you. I'm imagining it in my head.
It's me.
It's you.
It's not random assault.
Okay.
Okay. It's not like woman walking down the street, you hit her in the back of the head. So it's somebody you know, somebody you dislike.
And the difference between sucker punch and punch is just like, punch is like, all right, let's go. Let's step outside.
Square off.
Let's square off.
Yeah.
And sucker punch is like,
we don't see this come.
Don't see it come, but we could be in the middle of a conversation.
We may not be.
But there's no like, all right, let's settle this like, man, it's just like all of a sudden, nah.
This might be, you see me walking down the street, you know it's me, and you come in out of nowhere and hit me.
I'll tell you what, this dog fur on me, you might be getting swung on the next time.
I don't know if people can see it, but it looks terrible.
It's really bad. It's a lot, dude.
It's fine.
And now that you've used me, you're like, oh, let me go hang out with my owner now, you piece of shit.
Alright, so...
Alright.
You sucker punch Bruce.
It'd be easy, Bruce. It'd be easy, alright?
Let me tell you.
And that's why I do it.
So most disrespectful to respectful.
Most disrespectful,
Yes.
easily,
Yes.
a spit.
Absolutely.
You get spit on. Here's the thing: if you spit on someone, it's not just because it is assault in the
Yes,
eyes of the law,
absolutely.
which I don't
Assault.
think the law gets it right a lot.
No,
They nailed it on that one.
Yes, they did.
Absolutely, being spat upon should be considered assault.
Yeah, of
but
course.
it's the most because it's as for the most disrespectful, it's obviously between spitting on or sucker punch.
Okay.
Because a slap is almost as bad as a punch, in my opinion. A slap and a punch, that's a physical contact.
Sure.
So they're in the same category.
Okay.
But the spit
Yes.
versus the sucker punch, spitting is like, I'm going to insult you, I'm going to make you feel gross, and I'm confident you're not going to do anything back.
Okay.
You know, you spit on someone, you're asking to be punched in the face. So you really only spit on people who you're confident don't have the balls to do something back.
Right. Spitting on some... I've seen men smaller, much smaller. Like you're what, 6'4"?
6'5", a little respect, please.
Okay, sorry, my apologies. So there was a guy I knew in college, 6'5".
Okay.
Okay. Maybe like 275.
Oh, so he's ripped.
Ripped.
See, I'm like a soft... People look at me, they're like, he's still big, though. Like, if he falls on me, I'm fucked. But this guy, it's like, no, he's going to kick my ass.
Yeah. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And my buddy, 5'3".
Oh, no.
Yeah. On the couch. Stout.
Drunk?
We're like 2 beers in.
Not enough to be spitting on people.
Not enough to be spitting on people. And my buddy's on a couch, and we're all standing. And the big dude, is talking shit with my buddy. Right? We're all friends, but my friend on the couch is like my best friend.
Yeah, Napoleon over here.
Yeah. So the big guy spits on my buddy.
Wait, the big dude spit on the
Big
little
dude
guy?
spit. Big dude.
Oh, that's not where I thought this story was going at all.
No.
I was saying to your little buddy, I was like, why would you do this? Why would you put yourself in a place of danger?
No. Big guy spits.
Do you remember what it was about?
I don't know what they're talking about. Well, I mean, this is we're talking.
See, in
about
my brain, it's always like we're drinking, playing Mario Kart, and
no,
someone talks too much shit.
No, we're just standing around.
Wow.
Yeah, at a mutual friend's place.
Was there a little Judaism behind it? And by that I mean, was there like a...
Wait, Judaism?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard anyone call it that.
Well, I just came up with that.
Well, that's funny. So I would say that there was...
Was it pure saliva? Or was there a little...
I couldn't tell you the makeup of the spit. Okay? But I will say this, though. Big old fucking loogie comes out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And it hits my buddy in the mouth.
Yeah. Oh!
Yeah.
Wait. When you say on the mouth, you mean like the perimeter of
We're talking the spittle.
Did he...
But in mass amount here.
Did it go in his mouth?
I don't know.
That's how his kink was born?
I don't know.
I can't
spit in my mouth.
That's so gross. I can't... Oh. Anyway. What the little man do?
My man jumps off the couch.
Good for him.
Jumps at the guy.
Good for him.
They start swinging.
Yeah.
Swinging hard.
And now you and how many people are standing around watching this?
3.
And what's the immediate reaction? Like, guys, please stop. This isn't worth it. Or is it like, I got 10 on Jimmy.
I'm the three of us that are standing around. 2 of the other guys are big dudes.
Yeah.
They're big guys.
Why are you hanging out with you hanging out with the football team or something?
I don't know what it is. They're just big dudes.
Okay.
So 5 punches get thrown and we pull them apart.
All right.
We pull them apart. We had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were gonna kill each other.
Sure.
Yeah, like.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because your big friend chose the most disrespectful avenue.
He chose violence.
Well, the thing is, like, if he had like prodded the little guy in the chest.
I mean, there was shit talking.
There was shit talking going on.
And then he decided to really elevate and go for the spit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You ever get spit on? Or spat on somebody?
A buddy of mine once spit at me. And it didn't get on me.
Okay.
But I lost it. I still lost it. I don't want it. Don't spit on me.
It's very gross.
It's disgusting. It's disrespectful.
It's very
disrespectful. Okay, so you're saying spit number 1, most disrespectful.
Spit number 1.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
After that,
yeah,
you gotta go sucker punch.
Sucker punch.
Yeah, because it's
disrespectful.
physical violence. You could also like really hurt. That's how Houdini died.
Wait, what?
Houdini died because he got sucker punched.
From who?
You don't know this story?
Chris Angel?
Chris Angel traveled back in time. There's only one goth magician.
David Blaine.
David Blaine would never do such a thing.
He would not.
Man, it's classy.
Too
classy,
classy,
man.
too
He's
classy.
too busy falling into cardboard boxes from 30 stories up or
Absolutely.
something. Yeah, you don't know that about Houdini?
I don't know this.
One of Houdini's cool... That's what makes Houdini the greatest is he...
Buddy, I'm so excited to have you on the podcast.
He would do illusions,
Yes.
like regular old magic tricks, but then he was also like a classic
street tough?
Yeah, he was a street tough. He was like David Blaine. Like David Blaine can do weird shit with his body through just willpower and blah blah blah. So Houdini used to do this famous thing where he'd say like, "Who's the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the audience?" And he'd talk like that.
Right.
Very unusual for the time.
Yeah.
But he'd be like,
"Let me tell you, motherfuckers, one thing right here. Houdini don't play. Houdini don't play."
Houdini don't play.
You're trying to fuck with Houdini?
Who wants Dini? Who? Dini.
Who wants Dini?
Who wants some Dini?
Who's looking for that Dini?
At that point, the entire
You're trying to catch that Dini?
And of course, the crowd's too afraid. No one's volunteering now. This guy's going insane.
You know what that reminds me of? Like Clubber Lang from Rocky 3?
Yes.
When you'd be like, "Listen here, woman."
Isn't it great to talk like that to people? When you know what I mean?
Yes.
There's
Greatest shit talkers.
A lot of power behind that.
No, when you start shit talking a man's wife in front of him, that's incredible.
So Houdini would do this thing.
Yes.
He'd be like, "Who's the biggest, baddest in here? Come up. I'll take a body shot. You hit me right in the stomach, and I'll just eat that."
Okay.
And he would do it, and he was able to do it.
Was this post show or like pre-show?
I bet this was like the closer. No, it was probably not the closer.
I'm saying like at the meet and greet.
No. Well, that's all right. So
Yeah.
that was part of a show, and word got around.
Right.
And then one day after a show, some guy just walks up to him like a young kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there were words exchanged or not.
Right.
But if there were words exchanged, it was probably like, "Oh yeah, here you can take a body shot from anybody," and he just hits Houdini square in the stomach, right?
Really?
And Houdini had no time to brace because obviously he's doing something.
He's doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No time to do it, and this kid like ruptured his like liver or something.
The kid ruptured Houdini's liver.
That's why Houdini died, because this kid body shotted him. Thank God he didn't spit on him, because that'd be more disrespectful.
Absolutely, 100%.
But that's the story of Houdini dying.
So how old was Houdini at the time?
I don't know. He wasn't that old though. He was like, I don't know. I don't even want to venture a guess.
No,
He could have been
fine.
30 to 50, I'm guessing, but like not an old man by any means.
Sure.
But also not young enough.
And how old was the guy who hit him?
From what I've heard, he was a young guy, like
Yeah.
like a punk kid, like not a teenager, but probably like early 20s, something like that.
Sure.
Guy could have been drinking. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it just shows you how fragile the male ego is.
Right.
Where some guy's like, "This magician thinks he'll let anyone hit him. I'm gonna hit him.
I'll make him disappear."
Yeah. And then years later, he's like, "You remember Houdini?"
It's like a drunk telling a tale.
Yeah, I'm putting a lot of traits on this young guy that I'm not sure of.
He's like at the bar. You remember Houdini?
Yeah.
I hit him.
I killed him.
Yeah. All right. So sucker punch second.
Sucker punch second.
Okay.
Then I think slap. Slap is still disrespectful.
Yes.
Because like. You should have had glove slap on here somewhere, but I don't think that really happens that much anymore.
No.
But a slap is almost the same as the spit, where it's like, I don't even think this person's going to do anything back to me.
Right.
Because if you slap someone, why aren't you just punching them?
That's true.
When I was in high school, I had this altercation in math class one day.
You're a big guy though.
I'm a big guy.
Yeah, and in high school you had to have been. Now, this is what I've known Dennis for years now, and in high school you were playing football.
I was a football player.
Yeah, so you were fucking peak physical fitness.
So I'm like 310 now, but like I said I was like a soft 310.
Sure.
Now imagine me at like 303.
Yeah.
And just trim.
Yeah.
Not skinny. No, I was never a skinny guy.
Right.
But just trim.
But, yeah.
And like I could run, I could jump.
Yeah.
Dense, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And a physical dude, not like aggressive or violent, but definitely a physical guy.
Sure.
And there was this baseball player.
Of course there.
We'll call him Joe, because that was his name. I won't say his last name, but baseball player named Joe, Valley Stream, class of 07.
Okay.
You know who you are. I let go of grudges. I don't keep grudges.
This is a weird place to make the
To Joe, the baseball player who mouthed off to me in math class.
I'm going to tell you right now, I go to your Sunoco and I never tip. I have stole Planters peanuts several times from your establishment. and I never plan on paying. The honey roasted had been expired.
I always get a receipt when I pump my gas.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I'm wasting your paper. So me and Joe.
Sometimes I clean my windows and I don't even get gas. It's the most disrespectful of ways.
When you're not there, I don't meet the $10 minimum credit charge. They let me get away with it.
Your workers don't respect you either. Yeah.
So Joe and I and we had never really had beef before, but we had a tiff.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another.
What class are you in?
Math.
Okay. What period of the day is it?
It was, I remember specifically, it was fourth.
Okay, so is before lunch, after lunch?
Lunch is my next period.
Okay, so this is like right before lunch.
Right before
11:30 maybe.
It's like 11:30. It's still in the
Sure.
morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. This guy's getting in my face.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's got to work a double at the gas station. So, okay, so what time of the year was it? This is all important.
Good question.
Right?
Good question. I think it was springtime.
Spring. So he's in spring training.
He's in baseball season, I believe.
Yeah,
because that did have something to do with it.
Football ended at this point?
Football was over, yeah.
Okay, right.
Because I wouldn't get in trouble during football season. I got to get in these games.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
But football was out.
So football's out.
Football's out. These fucking fists are in, baby.
And lips are a little loose.
Lips are a little loose.
Okay.
You know, I got friends in the class. I don't want to come off as some punk ass bitch.
Okay, so who starts what?
I'll tell you the full. All right, here's the full story. Is that
don't ever not give me the full
I wanted
story.
to give you the quick one because remind me. I wanted because it has to pertain to slapping versus punching.
Okay,
believe it or not, there is a point to me bringing this up.
This is why we're in here.
Right.
Yeah.
So substitute teachers in the class, which means sit wherever you want. No assigned seating.
Sure.
Sit wherever. Just go sit with your friends.
Right.
So I go to sit next to my buddy
Justin. We're gonna play a movie loosely associated with math.
Yeah, the substitute was like 85 years old.
Of course.
And I felt bad for him because he was out of his depth when the shit went down eventually.
Right.
But I go and sit next to my buddy Justin, which is technically Joe's seat.
Okay.
But Joe's buddies are across the classroom calling him over. Joe, come sit with us.
Sure.
But for some reason, Joe wants to act like he wants to sit in his seat.
Sure.
When I know he doesn't. Right. And he's telling me to get out of his seat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this makes me sound like I'm in the wrong. Joe, I'm sorry.
So I call this guy's mother a whore. And he starts hitting me.
He starts swinging. Yeah. Overreaction.
And his mother had been dead last year. And I
don't know. How could she be a whore? She's dead.
We all attended the funeral. I don't see what the big deal was. Stop. Yeah.
Bruce doesn't like this kind of dirty language.
Yeah, he doesn't like this talk.
So he starts calling me gay.
Right.
Might have called me faggot.
Sure. Okay.
Cancel Joe if he's out there.
I don't think the Sunoco's going to fire him.
No, they get a promotion for that kind of language.
He's VP at Sunoco after the episode comes out.
He calls me Dennis. You know, you doing that podcast, telling that story. Best thing you could have ever done for my career.
My wife came back.
He's probably crushing it. I'm
sure
he's probably doing better than me, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And things start getting heated.
Okay, wait. Go ahead. All right, so this guy wants to sit in his assigned seat.
His assigned seat, but no one's sitting in their assigned seats.
Okay, all right. Is there anybody that is... Okay, so his friends are in one corner.
Yeah.
Okay?
Literally calling him over.
Sure. Now I'm just curious. In this vicinity, where you want to sit next to your buddy, right? Okay? You want to sit next to your friend, and you want to sit in Joe's chair. Is there a woman nearby that Joe would like to possibly talk to?
No.
Because that is a good question, right?
It's a good question.
Because if there's a good-looking chick, you want to sit next to her. And if it's near your assigned seating, because I remember that in history class, there was a girl who sat near me, and she was slamming.
Yeah.
So I had to sit next to her.
Yeah.
And if there was a substitute, I would still try to sit next to her.
I'll go a step further.
Yeah.
I remember in kindergarten during nap time,
Yeah.
I would wait for my crush to lay down her mat for the nap, and then I'd go and lay down in the vicinity, not next to her, but in the vicinity.
Of course.
So I hear what you're saying.
Right.
And the answer is not to my memory, and I doubt it.
Okay.
Because it was all, we were in accelerated math. Neither Joe nor I should have been in that class.
Okay.
All right. We were both dum-dums. And
so he goes, I want to sit in my seat.
I want to sit in my seat. And I'm like, stop being a dick. You don't want to sit here. I know you don't want to sit here. You want to you're going to sit here for a minute, and then you're going to get up and go sit with your friends. You're just trying to assert dominance right now.
That's what you said.
I mean, I said that I didn't say assert dominance. It was like you're being a dick.
I mean, you were not in accelerated English, but you were.
My English was about as good as it is now.
Right. Okay.
Not good.
So you tell him to basically piss off.
I tell him to piss off.
Sure.
But he's holding his ground.
Yeah.
And
stand your ground.
I'm sitting. He's standing.
Okay.
I'm a big dude. He's not. So we're.
Describe Joe.
Joe is your regular baseball, cool, high school kind of dick.
Height, weight, give me something.
He's probably like 5'7".
Okay.
I'm 6'5".
Yeah.
I'm 5'7", 5'8", maybe 5'9".
Sure.
He wears like a gold chain.
Yeah.
Just like a preppy jockey kid, you know?
Okay,
and like, again, I was on the football team. I'm not like some total outcast or anything. But I was definitely kind of an outsider a little bit.
Right.
And he was definitely trying to show off a little bit to his friends or to anyone in the class.
Okay.
Because as it gets heated and we start yelling back and forth to each other,
Right.
the whole class is like quieting down.
Yes.
Eyes are being drawn to us.
I love when beef starts.
Uh-huh.
When the beef sizzles, everybody pays attention. Okay? It's like, you know, when you like the sizzle walks through a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, like the fajitas walk through. Everyone looks.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get the fajitas.
Yeah, that's got a good noise to
When
it.
the beef sizzle, everyone gets quiet.
Listen, if the hibachi chef is cooking right in front of you, you're gonna watch.
Yeah, you're gonna shut your
want
mouth.
to see how this turns out.
You're gonna shut your mouth. Yeah.
And I stand up eventually because we're like yelling at each other face to face.
Now, what kind of desks are these? Are the chairs attached to the desk?
Yes.
That's
so I gotta wiggle out.
If I was him, that's when I would have attacked.
If he was smart, he would have just like he could have like mushed me into he could have kept me in that chair.
He could have cornered you in the chair, kept you in there, and just beat the shit out of you. To be honest.
And then
you'd have no legs.
And then I'd be like, all right, you can sit here. Now that you've paralyzed me, all right, you can sit here.
You're just you're in the chair, just.
Like, I'm mauled. I'm just like all kinds of ways I shouldn't
just
be.
Just beaten down. It's like, you know, when somebody slouches in a wheelchair, you're like, they're in a bad place.
Someone slouching in a wheelchair is such a, I know, it's crazy. It's a very like, anyway, it's good imagery.
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in.
And the old man substitute teacher now, he's using his outdoor voice. He's like, all right, seriously, that's enough out of you two. Stop it. Sit down and you're both going to the office.
Right.
And I don't say a word. Joe doesn't say a word for a second.
Everybody's quiet.
And I go to I don't even like, I don't take my eyes off him, but I go and I start sitting down slowly, and it's dead quiet.
Back to his seat?
No. Yeah, back in his seat.
In his seat, yeah.
And I just hear him go, so, okay, he probably hadn't called me a faggot yet.
Yes, okay.
But he'd been alluding to my heterosexuality, which I don't like coming into question at all. All right?
What do you mean alluding?
He alluded that I might not be as straight as I claim to be.
There are rumors flying around.
There's, Rooney, people are saying things.
Just so you know that chair that you're sitting in.
He's like, we saw you going to the bathroom with that other guy. And I'm like, there's 6 stalls. There's 6 stalls in there, man. He hadn't called me that yet because this is what broke. This is what.
Yeah.
Which even still makes me seem like a big dumb ogre. But he goes, damn Dennis. Also, you could sit. Actually, he wasn't calling me a fag. He goes, also you could sit next to your faggot friend.
Oh.
But I hear.
So he doesn't even call you gay.
No.
He calls your friend gay.
But if I want to sit next to my gay friend, what does that make me?
Nothing.
Rumors keep circulating.
I almost feel like there's a lot going on in this school.
It
has to do with your sexuality.
I went to Glee High School. I was singing in the hallways, like, why do they think I'm gay?
Yeah. When you mean football, it was a play.
Yeah, it was a play about football.
Yeah, you were in Rudy.
It's Varsity Blues, but for the stage.
Right. It was a jazz show called Varsity Blues. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the podcast. Wrap it up now.
Right. I think we're good here.
So once I hear, and I'm pretty much, I must have been in the zone where it's like, if he says fucking anything, like I'm going to do something.
You're jumping
you know
up.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But I hear faggot,
where are his friends?
They're across the room.
Okay.
They're across the room, and in one swift motion, I like wiggle out. Wiggle out.
Yeah.
As I'm still wiggling out, my hand's back, and I just hit him in the fucking face.
Yeah.
One time.
Right.
And
where do you connect?
It's just side of his head.
Full side.
Just like full side of his head.
Yeah.
Not chin, not
and
like eye.
This we would consider a sucker punch.
I don't think we would.
You're not. He's not cocked and ready.
He's asking for it.
He's asking.
He all but begged me for it. He was asking for it. I don't think it's a sucker punch.
This was your Houdini?
I can't. Joe's like, I wasn't ready. Yeah. Oh shit, he wasn't. I guess he was. Oh man, did I sucker punch him?
You sucker punched this man.
All right. I'll concede. I sucker punched him.
Yeah, you sucker punched it.
But
you sucker punched a child.
We were children. We were both children.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
But he looked like a child.
Right.
Like an adult.
Yeah.
I hit him, and now I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I mean, It was a good shot.
Yeah. Well,
he hits the wall because we're like close to the wall.
Jesus.
The wall's like 3 feet away.
Okay.
He hits the wall, but he crumples to the ground. So now I'm just.
How much does he weigh?
Not a lot.
If you say
not a lot. He's not skinny. He's not skinny, but he's not jacked either. He's just fit. I don't know, man.
You hit a 1. You're literally twice as heavy.
Let me think of someone.
Almost a foot taller.
Yeah, but I was in a different sport too. I don't like these baseball kids. You know what I mean?
Because
his friends were on the baseball team too.
Yeah.
I grew up in the novel The Outsiders.
Yeah, clearly.
The baseball page.
Yeah.
His boy from across the room walks over, runs over, and because now I'm standing over this
doing
body.
CPR?
He just starts immediately mouth to mouth, and I'm like, "See, who's gay now? Who's gay now? I'm not gay."
Yeah. He starts foaming at the mouth.
But he just gets between me and this kid Joe.
Yeah. And
he goes, "I'll never forget this," because he said, "He goes, you're not going to touch him again." And I was like, "Why would I hit? He's on the ground. Like, I know I'm not going to be. I already feel bad about it, pretty much. You know,
because you sucker punched him.
Because I sucker punched him.
Yes.
And so I get sent to the office.
Yes.
And the big thing, the vice principal was away that day.
Right.
So the rule in my high school was if you put hands on another student,
right,
you and the other student. Which I like that rule too.
Right.
You and the other student, 5 days out of school suspension automatically.
Okay. Right.
If there's any violence between you and another student, both parties out. They don't want to hear it.
I just want to say, this would be a perfect time to tell you. It wouldn't be great, like you reveal that you confessed now. That you sucker.
Joe, come out.
Joe, can you come out
with a lawyer and a cop, and I'm just in cuffs, taken off the podcast.
He wheelchairs out. He's been paralyzed.
He's slumped in the wheelchair, and the lawyer's pushing him.
He goes,
"Dennis, you ruined my life." They said it was long term. The effects didn't take until 10 years. I hit him hard, man. That's why I hit him hard.
I took up smoking. It's your fault.
I haven't thrown a baseball in 15 years.
Now I work at the ballpark, tossing peanuts. I can't even go up the stairs. I gotta work the ground floor. They tip the worst.
They won't let me sell beer. I keep dropping them. Poor Joe.
Buddy, I'm sweating. That's so
Poor
ridiculous.
Joe.
All right. Okay. So you go down.
So I go to the office.
Yes.
And the vice principal is gone that day.
Thank God.
And the principal doesn't deal with this low-level shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is the vice principal a hard ass?
Yes.
Okay. So he's got a reputation and people fear.
It was a she, actually.
Okay.
Which meant, she had something to prove now.
I like it.
She's not going to be walked over by these fucking high school kids.
Absolutely not.
I definitely would have gotten it in 5 days out of school suspension. I only wound up getting 1 day in school.
Who was there to take the case?
Some administrator. It was a teacher playing administrator for the day.
Sure.
But like I had known them from around the school.
Right.
But I just remember them asking me, they're like, "What happened?" Yeah. And I tell the story, making me seem like a hero.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make him seem like a homophobe too. I'm like, he can't be throwing around faggot in school, so I won't stand for it.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
But I'll never forget that he goes, "Now when you hit him, was it open hand slap or was it closed fist?" And I just thought that was so funny. Like I laughed a little bit.
Right.
And I was just like, "No, closed fist. I'm not gonna slap him.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful."
Sure.
And that's what made me take it. But cool part of the story. Mm-hmm. The day just continued. Like, they took my story, and they're like, "All right, well, get out of here. Go back to class."
They let you finish the day.
They let me finish the day. My next period is lunch.
Yeah.
People are already looking at me and talking.
Right.
I felt kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
People were already, and my friends were there hyping me up. Like, "Yo, what happened, bro?
Yeah.
What you had, Joe?"
You walk into the lunchroom?
No, we're going out. We're walking out for lunch.
Oh.
We go out on the town. Go to Magic Bagels.
Right.
We'll get a little cinnamon raisin toasted with cream cheese.
Absolutely. Throw a little turkey on there.
No.
Okay.
Shame on you.
All right.
Shame on you. You have weird bagel choices.
I wanted to slide that in there. Okay. So.
But the cooler, it's one thing, of course, my friends are like, "Yo, that's so cool."
Sure.
What was really cool?
Yeah.
Because I was well liked around the school. I was, I wasn't like a popular guy per se. I wasn't running in the cool circles, but everyone knew me. Everyone well liked.
Right.
Especially among the teachers. Multiple teachers.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you outside?
Yeah.
Pull me out of class. "What happened with you and Joe?
Wow.
You hit Joe?"
Yeah.
And one of my teachers, I won't say who,
Sure.
was just like, "Someone finally did it." Violence against children. And this teacher's like, "You're getting A's for the rest of the year."
For 35 5-year-old man.
Yeah,
telling
this
you
is
to-
like exactly some like 40-year-old dude is like. Can't tell you how many times I wanted to hit Joe. You know what I mean? Actually, it wasn't a man. It was a woman teacher who
He's
said
smoking
this.
a cigarette. You want one?
Well, he was kind of a shitty kid like that. He was the type of kid who would try to fuck with subs. I never understood the kids who would give the subs a hard time.
Yes.
It's like, we have an easy day today.
Right.
They are a substitute teacher. It's not like they're killing life.
100%.
Let's just get through this day without any problems.
100%.
Meanwhile, I'm punching people in front of this 80-year-old sub myself. I'm like, let's just give these guys.
This guy was killing Nazis in World War II, and he's sitting there going, I can't even do anything.
I can't even do anything.
So that's fantastic.
And then regular punch is the most respectful. Let's square off. Let's settle this like that.
Okay, so you're saying spit, most disrespectful.
Yes.
Sucker punch.
Sucker punch.
Slap.
And
then punch is most respectful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you disagree with this?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. You're wrong. I'll tell you this.
Huge disagreement.
You're wrong.
Huge disagreement.
Go ahead.
You ready for my list? Okay. We start off the same.
Okay.
Spit, most disrespectful.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. Okay. Second most, so it's most disrespectful is spitting. Then the second most disrespectful is slapping.
I thought that's what you were going to go with.
Yeah.
Why?
Because when you slap somebody, you are going, I'm confronting you, I'm attacking you, and I fear not. Yeah.
Yeah, I fear not. I mean, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you are starting shit. You've chosen violence, but you're not afraid of this. That's the thing. That's what you're saying here.
Or you're just like, I think the slap is also reserved when you're trying to like knock sense into someone. Or like you feel like someone says something about your mother, it's like slap.
Yes.
It's just like, how dare you? It's like a speeding ticket.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this doesn't have to escalate from here.
Right.
But someone needed to put hands on you.
Yeah, like a speeding ticket. You get slapped with a ticket.
Yeah, slap with a ticket. That's
Absolutely.
the phrase.
Right.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What's more disrespectful? Slap with the palm or the backhand?
Ooh, I think more disrespectful is the backhand.
I think the backhand,
yeah,
right?
because it's unorthodox.
And it's also, if you're wearing a ring,
yeah.
it's like, I wanted to leave a mark.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so slap is number 2. Okay, and then number 3, veering towards respectful, punch.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying the sucker punch is the most respectful way to hit somebody.
Because they don't see it coming? They don't have to dread for it?
No, not that. They don't have to dread it.
Kill him softly?
No. Let me tell you why. Because the sucker punch says, essentially, it goes, I fear you so much that I don't even think I have a chance to beat you. So, I have to attack you on the low. I have to come out of nowhere because I fear you so much that I have to attack you without you even seeing it.
What if, and I hear you, and it makes
you
sense,
hear me, right?
It holds water.
It's not insane.
It's not insane.
It's not insane. Yeah.
Certainly one to be debated.
Of course.
But perhaps it's not always because not me, because I would never sucker punch him.
You sucker punched a child.
I didn't sucker punch him out of fear, though.
No.
I sucker punched him out of like
convenience.
My blood was boiling.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it boiled over.
Sure.
And it was just like, I need to do this right now. I don't have time to...
You're a teenage boy who's playing sports. The fact that you're not swinging on everybody is fascinating.
Oh, I swung on a lot of people.
Yeah, okay, well, we're not going to get into that. But the point is that I think the sucker punch is the most respectful way because truly you are afraid of this person.
Still not more respectful than just leaving the person alone? Because you're that afraid of them? You know what I mean?
Sure, right.
But I'm so afraid of them,
Yeah.
but I still need to get my point across.
Yes.
I can't lose this.
Yeah,
I can't lose face.
But I am afraid.
Yeah.
I'm deathly afraid. And I need to get that first shot in. That's why I think it's the most respectful way to hit somebody.
And then punching is like, well, punching is still respectful.
Yeah,
but it's not.
You're taking the first shot here, or whatever.
I guess we're working with respectful and disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because I would say if we were working with a level of griminess, then that changes.
Of course.
I don't know if mine changes, but it changes yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I'm fully convinced, but I hear you.
But you hear the case.
Yeah, I hear the case.
You understand.
So who did you spit and slap?
No.
You can take this information to somebody else. It's like, see, at least Rooney.
Yeah. No. I've been talking about this I was talking about it with a friend, and we were just coming up with these types of like attacks.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, and then we just talked about respectful, disrespectful, and we'd come to the conclusion that the sucker punch is the most respectful way to attack somebody. Because you truly are afraid of this person.
So I should hit up Joe and be like, it was just a sign of respect. Purely a sign of respect on my part.
Now also, let me get 20 on pump 10. Yeah. Wild.
Where does like slashing tires or fucking with someone's home or stuff, where does this fall?
I mean,
I'm so afraid of you, I can't even hurt you.
No,
hurt.
No. That's cowardice behavior.
Okay,
to attack somebody. It's to go after their home and go after their loved ones and stuff like that.
You pretty much defended me. You pretty much turned me and my sucker punch. Because if you had asked me before this podcast, have you ever sucker punched anybody? I'd be like, no. What do I look like?
Right.
But apparently I have. But in your eyes, at least, it was because I was being as respectful as possible.
Humanly, yeah. I think part of you might have been afraid.
I think
so. You had to get this thing out.
Sucker punch is the one you want. If you get presented the choice of like, do you want to get spit on, slapped, sucker punched, or punched? I mean, I might ask who's the one throwing the punches.
Sure, but you're going to take sucker punch.
I also would probably ask who's spitting on me.
Yeah.
Some hot chick spitting on me and be like, this is a punch. Easy.
Please.
Just not in the mouth. Around the mouth is fine.
Spit in the ear.
Spit in the ear. Yeah. I can't do that. I can't stand people talking in my ear.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, you don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
No,
I wanted to, this like type of stuff, I don't think about these things, but I started to think about them. And it's the same thing with the ice cream cake, right? And the etiquette and shit like that. And it brings me to the thing that I wanted to chat about. And that I want to chat about Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks.
Yes.
Interesting character.
Right.
My age.
Yep.
He looks older.
Yeah. How old are you?
32.
And he's 32.
He's 32. He looks like he's 40.
Yeah, he does.
But he's had drug problems, so I think that'll age you a little bit.
And he said, I never had a positive male role model in my life.
That's the big story right now.
Yes.
Not the patois thing. The Jamaican patois thing was a big story. We're over
First of all, let me tell you right now. People are more impressed than they are outraged.
That he could do such a great patois, right?
It was incredible.
It seemed very authentic.
It's solid. I watched him do it. And then I started looking up other videos of other white guys doing it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it's a great YouTube hole to fall down.
And you can't say that Tom Hanks isn't proud of his boy because he's doing an authentic patois act. Like, that's great. If he can get cast...
Is it patois?
Whatever.
Patois?
Patois?
Yeah. So, pituitary gland? So, yeah. What do you think?
Well, first of all, he said... So he goes on record as saying... He said... I think it's more important to note that he said this in like a 10-minute YouTube video that's essentially promoting his new Hanks Fit company. Did you read about that at all?
No, I did not.
So he's starting a fitness and wellness company where he's your direct... I went to the website. I looked it up.
Okay.
You can text Chet Hanks right now.
Right.
And he'll answer. 24/7 support, allegedly.
That's crazy.
No price is listed on the website.
Yeah, well, they're going to be...
But the services are offered.
I'm going to tell you right now, the prices are going to keep a lot of people from texting Chet.
Well, you don't find out the price until you text him.
Absolutely.
I think once the excitement that you have Chet Hanks on the line, you'll just give him your credit card.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
So... I don't think he knew that this line was going to be so widely publicized.
Well, yeah, because Tom Hanks is considered like America's dad.
Sure.
Similar, like in terms of movies.
Yeah.
The same way Bob Saget's considered like America's dad.
Right.
Yeah.
For sitcoms.
Yeah.
But let's examine that now.
Right.
All right. So Tom Hanks is America's dad. He's in all our favorite movies.
Sure. Yeah.
He's got a kid at home who was born in '89.
Right.
When do you really start to notice that your dad's not around? Probably like 5 or 6, right?
Sure, absolutely.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
What roles was Tom Hanks playing at this time?
Fathers.
A retard. Forrest Gump.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
My God.
Someone with AIDS.
Yeah.
A lawyer in Philadelphia.
Right.
Woody.
Yeah.
A euphemism for boner.
Yeah.
And a cowboy plush doll.
Sure.
These are not strong fatherly role models.
Okay.
And he's away doing work all the time. I kind of get what Chet's saying.
I fully agree with Chet Hanks.
Yeah.
I think because, and this is the thing, if you are a world famous actor and you have a kid, or you're an actor and you have a child, you've got a choice to make. What are you going to do? You're going to be a father to this kid, or you're going to be an actor to
America's
the world.
father. To the world.
To the world. All right? The apple fell from the tree, and Tom Hanks is the tree.
Yep.
And he took one of these branches and smacked this apple far, far away.
Colin Hanks, his apple, right next to the trunk.
Right next to the trunk.
Right next to the trunk.
Right next, yeah.
Chet Hanks?
Yeah.
He's over with the plums.
Oh, my.
He's over with the plums and the berries, all kinds of produce.
My man is with the asparagus. He's not even with fruit anymore.
Watch the video. I urge listeners and I urge you to watch the video because Because the media does paint Chet Hanks as this like crazy. Oh, he's speaking in patois. Does this guy know who he is? He's got an identity crisis, drug problems.
His Jamaican nanny has a bigger male influence. That'd be amazing.
He still holds, like, the Jamaican nanny still follows him around everywhere, you know what I mean? He's like, as long as I employ her, I can employ my patois.
Chet, you're talking wrong, yeah.
He's getting notes from on his accent.
You gotta respect mama and daddy. I don't know how to do it, yeah.
Blood clot for this, bumble clot for the other thing, okay.
You're speaking out of turn.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Hanks probably wasn't around a lot.
Sure.
He was out making movies constantly.
Right, absolutely.
So I don't think it's crazy out of line for him to be like, I didn't have a strong role model.
Okay.
I'm not saying he had a bad dad.
I think he had a bad dad.
I don't think I don't know, man.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that the guy came home after filming movies and beat his kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
But he wasn't around.
He wasn't around, man. That's not a father that's around. And I think Colin might have taken interest in the movies, and that kind of got him closer to his dad. Mm-hmm. Chet didn't really care about the movies. Maybe he wasn't good at reading lines. Maybe that's also his mom, his dad's fault. Didn't really help him with the reading comprehension. I don't know. I just think Chet's been getting a bad rap, and I'm pro Chet.
Free Chet.
Free Chet.
Free Chet. You heard it here first.
Yeah, Chet's for everybody.
Yeah, he shouldn't be getting a bad rap. I'm not saying you should give him your credit card and have him do your meal plans like he wants you to.
I'm certainly not texting him.
But I am curious.
You know what? I take that back. I will text Chet.
We could probably get him on the podcast.
That's the game plan.
That's the game plan. Next episode, Chet Hanks.
Right.
Chet Hanks is going to take my chair.
Right.
We're going to be replaced by Chet, Bruce.
Yeah, it's just next week I want Chet covered in dog fur.
If the people of the United States are so dumb to care about what Chet's doing,
right,
then he needs to be fully examined. And upon fully examining him, it's like, he seems like he just seems like some dude.
Dude, he's just trying.
He's just trying to be a person.
32, he's trying.
Your dad's Tom Hanks. Like, aren't we all just trying to make sense of this life?
This is a bar that it's too high.
Yeah.
He can't reach it.
He was talking in the video, like, people prejudge me. They've been doing it my whole life. People put expectations on me.
Right.
That's true for everybody. But if you're the son of a celebrity, it's going to be even more so.
Right.
So give the guy a break.
It would be so funny to find out that Morpheus had contacted Chet.
Chet is the one?
Yeah, Chet is the one. And he doesn't even realize it.
He doesn't even realize it. Well, you know what his chest piece says? He's tatted up. You know what it says?
What?
I am who I am. I think that's very appropriate.
That's really, we're ending there.
There we go.
Listen, plug your podcast.
Check out Netflix Book Club. Follow me on Instagram at DennisRooney7.
Fantastic. This is the episode. Oh, and I didn't plug these cities. Well, you know what? Let's just do this right now. I'm going to be in Colchester, Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be March 5th. You're with me on that one.
Yes. I am with you on that one. I double checked that.
Yeah, that's Connecticut. It's March 5th. We're going to be doing a show out there. I'm going to be updating on my website, All Day KCA. That'll be there. Dennis will be with me on that gig. We're doing a tour together in April. That'll be out there. I'm going to be in Connecticut, Glastonbury on March 26th. That'll be a solid show out in Connecticut as well. I'm going to be, where else? And also I think I'll be at Bananas March 18th and 19th. So check that out as well. That should be some fun shows. If you're in New Jersey, come on out. And go to the website, All Day KCA. And the Twitter and the Instagram is the same. And as always, meet me outside.